Imagine a massive rocket suddenly losing control in deep space and being placed on a direct, no air resistance to weaken its speed collision course with the moon. There would be no atmosphere to slow it down and no sound warning the lunar surface that something was coming. The rocket would travel silently through the darkness, growing closer and closer to the moon with every passing second. From Earth, it might look like a tiny object approaching the bright lunar surface, but in reality, it could be moving at thousands of kilometers per hour. Then, without any warning, the rocket would slam into the moon. The impact would be completely different. From a rocket launch on Earth, there would be no giant fireball spreading through the atmosphere because the moon has almost no atmosphere. Instead, the rocket would be crushed and vaporized almost instantly as an enormous amount of energy was released into the lunar ground. A brilliant flash of light could appear for a brief moment, visible from powerful telescopes on Earth. The impact would blast lunar dust, rocks, and fragments high above the surface, creating a temporary cloud that could spread across the surrounding area. A brand new crater would form where the rocket struck, adding one more scar to the ancient surface of the moon. But the most fascinating part is that the moon would not be destroyed. Even a huge rocket would be extremely small compared with the size of the moon. The impact might create a crater several meters or perhaps much larger, depending on the rocket's mass and speed. But the moon itself would continue orbiting Earth almost exactly as before. There would be no change in the moon's orbit, no massive explosion that could break it apart, and no effect that could destroy Earth. However, scientists would be extremely interested in the event. By studying the flash, the impact crater, and the material thrown from the surface, they could learn more about how objects collide with the moon. They might even discover hidden materials beneath the lunar surface that had never been exposed before. And imagine watching it happen from Earth. You look up at the moon, expecting to see the familiar bright circle in the night sky, but suddenly a tiny flash appears on its surface. For just a fraction of a second, a rocket from Earth has collided with another world. The moon would continue shining in the darkness. The impact would be a powerful reminder that even when humans send machines into space, those machines can sometimes become part of the worlds they visit forever. The moon has been struck by asteroids for billions of years, but if a rocket crashed into it, humanity would create its own artificial impact on the lunar surface. A small event compared with the size of the universe, but an unforgettable moment in human history.